Hey, welcome back to Rob's Garage Woodworking. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the Continental fireplace that we have installed in our basement, the Handyman Special House. So during our renovation we added a fireplace down here. So that cost us $3,000 Canadian for the fireplace and the chimney install and the natural gas install for from running from our crawl space to the fireplace itself. And now that was probably a little bit cheaper because we had all the hydro and everything right there. We had the gas line quick and available, and I didn't buy a mantle, I built my own. So generally, if you're going to get these installed, it's probably going to be a little more expensive. Also, another way you can get these slightly cheaper is to go through a gas fitter versus a fireplace store. Sometimes the gas fitters will have these, you'll save, $500 or $1,000 potentially. All right, so this is the CB36. This is kind of their entry model. It has a screen on the front of it, and the screen is like a safety screen. I guess somebody had to stand up against their fireplace and sue one of the fireplace companies, not necessarily Napoleon, but one of the companies, because of course it's a fireplace and the gas is hot. Now all the new fireplaces have to have these stupid screens on them, which takes away from the look of your fireplace. Now I don't have the gas turned up really high on this because it's mainly an ambiance thing for our basement. It takes the chill out, and you can turn it up higher. You can make the flames quite a bit higher, actually. So this one is, the size on this is 35 inches wide, 35 inches high, and it's 15 inches deep. And the old Majestic one that I have upstairs, it's 33 inches wide and 29 inches high and 13 inches deep. So because this is a little higher, it's also a little deeper. But the problem with this being high is I like the look of them when they're a little bit shorter, but this way it gives you more of a grandiose illusion because it's a larger fireplace. Now, personally, that wasn't what I was looking for. I'm just looking for a little bit of ambiance, not a lot of ambiance, So this one's got 1800 BTUs, which of course I've got it turned down, so I'm not using the full amount. It is available with a fan, and the fan is just a little add-on they put in here. You'll notice there's a gap here, and I wish they'd put another fin here. Now this allows the warm air to circulate out, which is great, but it's open and you can see inside, and I don't really like that. But other than that, I like the overall look of the fireplace. Then it's tempered heat-resistant glass, and they claim that their glass is like a ceramic glass and it radiates more heat than their competition. So you can use these, say for example, your power goes out, but you have natural gas heat. Now, natural gas is under pressure, and it's under pressure from like far, far, far away, and you'll still be able to use it, just that your fan won't work. So having the glass that radiates the most heat is the best glass to have, obviously, because you don't have the fan forcing the hot air out. And a small fireplace like this, it doesn't spit out a huge amount of heat like say a wood stove would, Now, this one comes with a 5-year warranty. It's available with a remote control thermostat, so you could sit on your couch and turn it up. And it also has a thermostat built into the remote control, so wherever that remote is, that's where the temperature is taken. Now, I don't have that one. I do have the fan. And you can have electronic ignition as well, but this one has the pilot light. So, and it's made in Canada. It's made by Napoleon. So Continental fireplaces are owned and manufactured by Napoleon, apparently in Barrie, Ontario. And Wolf Steel, if you also see Wolf Steel as one of the names, that's all part of Napoleon, right? And they're centered in Barrie, Ontario. So The fireplace, you can get the backer panels. Sometimes you can get brick. There's a couple of different varieties of brick that you can get. Some of their other fireplaces have, instead of a log set, you can have the glass on it and stuff like that. That wasn't part of this particular one, but there are obviously different models. Like I say, this is the CB36. This is their entry-level model. So the gas fitter that I bought this from recommended the reflective backer on that, and they call that a microflame porcelain reflective radiant panel. And he said that it makes it look like the flames are bigger because it reflects the flames. And well, you know, I just went with what he said. I'm not sure that it's any better or any worse. I would like to have seen them side by side to make the call, but once again, it's ambiance and it still looks good, so I'm happy with that. And along with the log set here, which is painted like glowing embers, there are glowing embers in it, and they're actually chunks of Roxol insulation, which is really neat. They're little chunks of Roxol, and as the natural gas flames touch them, they glow red, but they never disappear, which is really, really cool. So yeah, there's not a lot to say about it. It's just a nice fireplace. It takes a little while for the fan to turn on because it waits till it reaches a certain temperature for the fan to turn on. So there's a thermistor in there, and when that reaches a certain value, then it starts the fan. And now the fan is a little noisy. Fans usually are for these. It's not as noisy as some of the fans that I've heard, but I don't have an actual decibel reading on it. I really like the fireplace. It was, relatively easy for the guys to install. It kicks out a fair amount of heat if you want it to. It, will heat up your room. I don't know that I could really consider it an efficient way to heat a house because I don't really think that it is. But it is a nice little fireplace. And like I said, the only downfalls that I really find with this fireplace are this gap here and the height. Because of the height, I had to make my mantle taller, and I wanted my mantle to be a little beefier, and I couldn't in my basement because I have my big screen TV over top of it, and I was running out of room between the big screen and the ceiling. So that was a little depressing for me. So yeah, the height, I don't think it needs to be as tall as it is. I wish it was a little smaller. The width is fine. The log set is, there's nicer log sets, but like I said, it's the entry level, right? And I'll bring the camera closer and show you the fireplace a little closer. So this is actually the thermostat that it came with. I don't know if you can really see it there, but I've had to turn it up to 25 just to get it to turn on. And there's a backlight on it when you want to turn it down and stuff. I'll leave it up here for a second. Alright, so now that the fan's on, you can really feel the heat come out. I'll have the microphone here, so let's get a little closer. You can see or hear what the fan sounds like. So it's not real loud, but you can hear it. So that it'd be really nice if it was like whisper quiet, because it would really add to the ambiance, I think, of the room if the fan was quiet. But again, entry level model. If you go up with a better model, you might be able to get a quieter fan. So, but yeah, I'm really happy with this. It really adds to the look of your room. It definitely adds to the resale value of your house. And if, for example, your power goes out, this will still run because it's just natural gas. So the fan won't run, but the flames will work. It will turn off and on by itself, no problem. And it's just really great. So we've had a few days where the power goes out here and there, and I have a fireplace on the main level, and a fireplace here in the basement, so I don't really worry about our house like getting freezing cold or anything like that. So that's really, really handy. And I do have a generator, so if I really wanted to, I could hook the generator up and run the fan off of that if I wanted to, you know, or if I needed to, I guess. So yeah, that's it. That's my review. I really like it. All right, thanks for watching. Cheers.